Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to WoW Classic. We are in the Badlands today working on Study of the Elements, Rock. We got this from, I believe it was a goblin. Maybe it was a gnome, actually, somewhere around here. And let's take a look. Here in the Badlands, I've stopped to work on my latest project, my Shackles of Elemental Binding. When complete, they will allow mages to summon even more powerful elementals for use in even greater capacities. To start things off, I need small stone shards to test some of my newest offensive spells along with a few gizmos I've pieced together. The shards are easily collected from the lesser rock elementals to the west of here. And so this was given to us around this area, so we're going to head out to the west of there and look for some earth elementals. Some random patrolling ogres. We don't really know how far west. I had almost collected all the buzzard wings we needed, but then I accidentally vendored them and didn't realize it until I had logged out and logged back in. And that kind of thing happens. So we were almost complete with it, but now we're back to square one on our buzzard wings. Not 100% on exactly how far west these elementals are. Plenty of wolves around here, not a lot of elementals. We could take on this buzzard. There's an elemental right there. Some ruins up in the hills. And apparently it's not going to be a 100% drop rate. You'd think we'd be able to get some small stone shards off of these guys since they seem to be composed of mainly small and large stone shards, but I guess that's just not the case. Oh, we have competition out here as well. Quite a bit of competition, actually. Night Elf Hunter, Human Priest, and a Warlock down here. I don't know how high we can make our way up into the hills, but we can take a look. Well, there's one. I don't know if we can get up here. We can, but let's take this guy on before somebody else comes along and tags him. As I look behind us. It looks like there may be a cave back there. let's go ahead and take a look in the cave. There might be some more in there. It seems like this area might be farmed out right now. There's another hunter over here, a dwarf this time. Oh, the cave doesn't go anywhere. It's just a little tiny cave with nothing in it. Okay, well that's anticlimactic. I was hoping for some kind of cavern system we could work our way through while fighting elementals, but that's not to be, apparently. Which leaves us in a position where we're looking for respawns, I suppose. Or waiting for respawns. We have a little golem running around, a little, what looks like a harvest golem. And his name is Servo. And he's just kind of running around. Maybe he's one of these guys as companions. I think Lotwill here was the one who gave us the quest for the elemental. Oh, I guess he was much farther to the west than I thought. For some reason I thought he was over here, but he's not. So that's good to know. Had we not stumbled upon him, it might have been hard for me to remember exactly where he was. So there would have been elementals right next to him, basically, but they've all been defeated at this point. And it looks like we're not the only ones waiting around for respawns. There aren't really that many people in the zone within our level range, though, so that's a little bit interesting as well. Oh, you're level 36. That's probably why. We might be a little higher than the zone calls for. There we go. Knowing that doesn't help us at all. We're still stuck waiting for respawns, but now we know what our competition is like. Everyone seems to be in this area. And the awful drop rate isn't really helping things. Now is it? We even got some elemental earth there, but we haven't gotten any of the quest items yet. It's a little bit unfortunate. I mean, the zone is called the Badlands. I'm starting to think it's all just a little bit unfortunate here. I'm hoping that once we start getting the item, it'll just drop more often. That seems to happen sometimes. We need a quick cast here to tag this guy. We don't have a lot of time to play with all these other players around trying to get these guys as well. In situations like this, I am always relieved that we don't have to stop and drink water between each pull, because then we would probably never get any of these guys for ourselves in a situation like this. Surprised he didn't aggro us, probably because we're a few levels higher. Oh, I didn't see that they were already tagged, but I don't think that cast went off actually. If it did, it must have missed. There we go, one small stone shard after 4 or 5 elementals defeated. It's not a very good ratio when you need 10 items. They've managed to tag both these enemies, so good for them. I'm waiting to see if anything important spawns inside this cave. The dwarf is camped out in there right now, as if maybe there's a chance he needs something that spawns inside of there. What an awful drop rate. Oh boy. Wait, did we not loot this? Oh, our inventory is full. Lovely, lovely. Okay, perfect. It's just what we didn't need and never wanted. I bet one of those guys is a vendor, because we did accidentally vendor our buzzard wings to somebody. I bet it was one of these gnomes. Let's head back over here. And we'll get any respawns we can along the way, but that seems unlikely. Are neither of you a vendor?
Hi, you're a tall one. Greetings.
Well, that's incredibly inconvenient. That explains, I guess, why our inventory is still full. I wonder who I sold to. It must have been somebody at one of the camps in the middle of the zone. Oh well. 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10 still. I wonder if you have a chance to mine them. If you were a miner and you were mining each of these elementals as they fell, does that give you a chance to get a small stone shard? Because the drop rate just seems so bad. Even for being in the level 40 range in Classic, it just seems like a really low drop rate. I feel like I could easily be here for an hour and a half or so just trying to fight these guys to get enough of these to drop. Maybe that's what all these other players have been stuck doing. It would explain why we're kind of all here. It could be some kind of bottleneck with the low drop rates, and everyone just has to spend so much time here fighting these guys that there are just fewer of them to fight, which means that we have to stay here longer, etc. We're getting green items, but not quest items. This is a quest item? Okay, perfect. Don't remember what quest that was. And it seems like this quest may chain into some other quest. I'm really interested to see where it goes, but how much time is that going to take? Oh, walking on top of the cave dismounted us. It must read as an interior floor, maybe because of the area beneath it. Strange, but good to know. This is actually more players than I've seen in one place at one time, probably since, Duskwood, maybe? Probably sometime back in the low to mid level 20s. Curse of Agony, so the Warlock must have tried to tag this one. We learned that trying to tag with a dot is a pretty bad idea. It just takes too long for it to tick. We're not going to go in on that either. It looks like there's another character on scene, a human warrior. Level 60, this guy. So he might be farming for elemental earth. Let's go ahead and res our competition here. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. There you go, buddy. Unless you're AFK, and then I guess that's unfortunate for you. Okay then. Well, they might come back and have a res waiting for them. Can we get this one that just respawned in front of us? No. No, we can't. It's hard to tag anything when there's a level 60 warrior around. Whoops. Not the button I wanted. We have to get one of these. I really wish hitting an ability would dismount you. That would be amazing. Still haven't seen anything in this cave at any point in time. Not gonna be able to compete with a hunter. Nope. No way. Our wand would be the fastest way to pull. But it's not gonna do much against a hunter or someone within melee range with a melee attack. Still takes a second to wind up and then for it to go through the air and actually hit the target. I'm thinking there has to be an area with more of these. It just seems like a really bad drop rate and a really low number of enemies for such a bad drop rate. But if we go any further, there's, well, there's Kargath there, so I doubt that it's much farther to the west. There's this area up here. Oh, is that already where we were at, though? Yeah, that's just the area that we've already been in, I guess. Let's continue a little ways and just take a look at the surroundings. I'm not seeing any more elementals back here. Just horde NPCs that will kill us in one hit, basically. So that's out. Welcome to questing in WoW Classic in the level 40 range. We've spent a lot of time in this level range, and we're bound to spend even more. On the Horde side, I would take us to the Hinterlands, because I know that there's a troll village over on the east coast where we could do some quests that send us into a different troll pyramid-like city. I remember that distinctly. Those same quests aren't available for the Alliance. Oh, we could fight this buzzard. Even if we were to loot the item that we needed, which he didn't have one, we still don't have space in our bags, so there's that. I think I'm gonna have to come back here at some point in time when it's not being farmed out. I think that would be the only way. I mean, we only have one item. And we've killed a fair number of these guys. To only have one item seems... well, it's pretty frightening, actually. It tells me we could be here for a long time, and that's not going to be an efficient path for us with all these other players here. Therefore, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to hearth back to Theramore. We are going to go out to Desolus, and we've had this quest where we went to the Swamp of Sorrows, we killed Omgenku, and we have yet to turn that quest in to the centaur who asked us to go hunt him down. So I think we're gonna go do that. We'll see if it changes into anything interesting. And more importantly, anything that we could do right now at this level would be great. So we'll see. I'll see you guys over there. Alright, it's the moment of truth. We were sent a long time ago to the Swamp of Sorrows to hunt down a broken by the name of Omgenku, and we have finally come back with his head. Oh no, not his head. The Draenithist shard that he had on him, of course. Better that than having a head in our bag the entire time. Yes, this is the shard of which the earth whispered. I can feel strong magic in it. I will use this magic against the enemies of the Gelkis. You have done one more task for us. Maybe soon we will call you friend. The earth speaks to me, and it says that the Magrum grow weak. Now it is time to kill their Khan. Bring me the head of the Magrum Khan, Jen. How is that going to be? Is he going to be an elite? Let's take a look. It doesn't look like it. It looks like we can do this without a group, so we might consider doing that next. We'll head over that way and see how that goes.